There we are. What a crazy day. Once again, I'm going to try to make this short, but we're going to start over, people. Hey. Let me just get this started really quick. Okay, I'm sorry about everything, you guys. For those who had to see that miserable video a few minutes ago, it's already been deleted off of YouTube. I apologize. I was trying to show you guys something on my screen, so I had to go off my green screen in order to show you my screen, and then my, you know what, she went off, the timer for my oven, and I stood up, and I'm still in yesterday's clothes, and I've actually lost a few pounds lately, because ever since I had that poisoning by that Zevia, I've had like this little in the background stomach ache that won't go away. So I'm not eating as much, and I don't eat very much in the heat anyway. So I've actually lost a few pounds, and I stood up and I almost lost my pants. So I hope you guys, if you had to see that, I apologize. But I had to delete it from YouTube because if one of you had reported me to YouTube, I could have lost my channel over something like that. Like my shorts were literally starting to slip. And I was like, did anybody catch that? I mean, you guys are all like my friends and my family, so, you know, it is what it is. So I deleted that. I know. I hope you guys didn't catch it. If you did, I don't want to know. Let me say hello to everybody. Hey, Jane. Hey, Kelsers. Hey, Susan K. Rita Close. Nanette, welcome back for the third time. Kathy, Patricia, Susan. Mostly does helicopters. Yeah, like I just needed to tell you what was going on. But I was trying to cook, and it's so hot in here because the oven just like heats up the apartment. And like I said, you know, one of the viewers said, oh, I don't want to give you this this diet ginger beer anymore, so I'm going to send you something else. And it was a surprise. And boy, was I surprised, because I was sick for like a month after I drank one of those. And I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but I drank one of those cans, and she felt so bad about it. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It is what it is. But I donated those cans to a neighbor who said she would try them, and then she would pass them on if she didn't like them, but she wanted to try it. So my good friend Joyce, she ended up with that Amazon Zevia. That was some kind of flavored root beer or whatever it was, I can never have it again. But my stomach still hasn't recovered from that. And then I hadn't eaten today, and I'm like, oh, let me hurry up and just like flip this burger, and this turkey burger, you know, because I haven't eaten red meat since cancer. So I haven't eaten red meat in like, God, almost 6-7 years now. I can't even remember. So I got up to flip the burger, and I had taken the green screen off because I couldn't go to my computer screen with the green screen on, and then I almost lost my britches. Just drink water with a little lemon. I think I'm going to start doing that, Patricia, because, like, you know, you have to realize, you guys that know about my cancer, like, back in October of last year, I was able to go off one of my blockers. So I'm basically off all my cancer drugs right now. And so this is kind of a sus period. Although I did have a CAT scan in March and everything looked good. So, you know, unless something has happened between March and July, I should be good. And I've had a bad stomach my whole life. So I did eat. I ate really quickly. And then I was reviewing that video because I was suspicious, like, uh-oh, I think there's going to be a problem. And I was like, oh, no. How many people saw that? Don't answer the question. I don't want to know. But I deleted it. I did put something up on my YouTube community post tab saying, there was a little issue. Sorry. I had to delete that video. So maybe this gave you guys a chance, since I was on the air, you know, 20 minutes ago, to look up that information for me. Did anybody look up to see where this address is that's in the 4300 block of West Race Circle in Tucson? If you guys weren't here earlier, I'm April Davis, PI. I'm a licensed California private investigator, and I've been reporting on the Nancy Guthrie case for 157 days. And just a little while ago, I went on the air because I'd already done a premiere video earlier this afternoon. If you guys didn't catch that, go see it later. But I came on with breaking news because there's a double death investigation happening right now with the Pima County Sheriff's Department. A man and a woman were found deceased inside of a home in Tucson in the 4300 block of West Ray Circle. Now, I'm not going to show you that block again because then I'll have to delete my green screen, and God forbid I have to hurry up and stand up. I don't want to lose my pants. So it is what it is. You know, an embarrassing moment was bound to happen sooner or later. But I don't know if anybody caught it. So if you did, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Kelsa says she could not find the exact address. Well, thank you for looking. My connection stopped before I lost my shorts. Good for you, Fleck. You don't need to see that at my age. Because I'm not cute anymore. Okay, Nanette says, I've been trying every which way, only saying the 4300 block of West Ray Circle. Now, somebody had come into that video earlier saying that someone else might be going live with, because I was thinking, is anybody listening to the Tucson police scanner? And one of you guys mentioned just a few minutes ago that one of the other, you know, bigger YouTubers than me was getting ready to go live with that. Feel free to go over there. Let me know who that is. Once again, my email is aprildavispi@gmail.com. If anybody could give me the address, the exact address, not just the 4300 block that the police have released to the media. I should say the sheriff, because they didn't mention Tucson PD. They mentioned Pima County Sheriffs. And I thought, oh gosh, here we go again. You know, people who couldn't even find an 84-year-old woman who could barely walk missing after 157 days are now responding to the scene of a man and a woman found deceased in a house. Behind me is a green screen, and then you can see my ghost lamp kind of popping through. Hope law enforcement doesn't mess this up. Old nurse, I've seen everything, April. Yep. It's a cactus. Yeah, cacti actually, plural. And then, you know, I put the desert night sky up. We don't see a sky like that in LA unless there's a 4:30 in the morning earthquake because, you know, too many bright lights in the city. We have an earthquake at 4:30 a.m., a big one, and all the power grid goes down and people go outside and they go, oh, what's that? They're calling 911. There's something in the sky. It's the Milky Way, people. So you're seeing something kind of like that in the Tucson background. Yeah, I just, you know, wanted to put it up. And I'm not taking it off to show you my creepier house that's at 4300 West Ray because, God forbid, something happens and I got to stand up. I don't want to lose my pants. Oh, I saw you earlier. Are you the person from Iran? Welcome back. Oh, thank you, Mostly Dolls Helicopters. She sent a star. For those of you who didn't see my premiere this afternoon, it was the audio portion of my latest call. I think it was call number 4 that I've had with the Juice. I think it was call number 4. And it's quite an interesting call. I love him. If you guys want to go subscribe to him, feel free. Right now, he's been doing a middle of the night schedule. He's hoping to go back on the air, you know, at a decent hour soon. Because I can't keep staying up in the middle of the night just when I'm getting ready to close my eyes and go to sleep. And it's like, it's 1 in the morning and here he comes. But that's what that was about. If you guys have any free hype points that you would like to share, and they're free, go hype that video. You can hype a video on YouTube in the first 7 days. You know what? I need my haircut. There is a hair hanging out in front of my computer glasses that a viewer sent me. Yeah, I haven't had a shower today. I am in yesterday's shirt. The pile of laundry that's been on my floor since yesterday is still on my floor. Luckily, I am wearing clean underwear, people. So, Kelsa says she found this. What did you find? Let me know. And then I can always research it. Northwest side of Tucson near West Ina Road and North Old Father Road. Okay. Earlier, they just said 4300 block of West Ray Circle. Ray spelled R-A-E. This kidnapping is like a bad soap opera. Exactly. This is a 3-ring circus, Jeff. First, I called it a play. I called all the characters, the actors in the play or the teleplay or the movie. Then it was a soap opera. Now it's just a 3-ring circus crap show. It's a cluster F, people. And I'm not going to cuss. and I'm not going to quickly stand up without my green screen and see you guys, or hear like reports to YouTube like, hey, some viewers reported you and said your pants almost fell off. I'm not 80 years old yet, people. But the good news is I've apparently lost a few pounds since I had the Zevia poisoning. At least that got the digestive system moving again. I could be thankful for that. It is a bad soap opera. So has anybody got this address yet? Thank you, Kelsers, for saying that it's on the northwest side of Tucson. Yeah, it's just across from the 10. And due east is Nancy's neighborhood, the Catalina Foothills. So if you were at Nancy Street and you were looking down the block, due west, and you cross the 10 freeway, you would hit this neighborhood, whatever it is. And that picture that I showed you, that was from February 2025, that has that old ambulance in front of the house. And it looks like, yeah, I'm just looking at it now, the front of the car, at least the right front of the car, behind the front tire it's on a jack. Just what I thought. I thought the car was up on jacks. Let me look at it. And then there's like a camper. A nice camper is parked next to it. Don't know if that's their camper or the neighbor's camper. It's kind of between two driveways. But there's a camper, and there's an old ambulance, and it looks like the windshield is covered in a blue tarp. That's kind of gross. It's kind of creepy looking, this house. But I don't know if that's the house. It's got some solar panels across the roof, which that probably helps them with their summertime power bill. It's got a black security screen, just like Nancy Guthrie's house. But, no, there's just rocks and dirt, and there's a patch of dirt in their yard that looks like there might have been a tree there at one time. It's like a big pile of sand with a hole in the middle and broken bricks leading to their front door. Like they have a little cobblestone sidewalk, but all the bricks are smashed. And there's literally a sand pile with a divot in it in their front lawn. God, I hope it's not this house, because this house is just creeping me out. Kelsers, thanks for the recap. The two bodies were found inside a home in the 4300 block of West Ray Circle, located on the northwest side of Tucson, near West Ina Road and North Old Father Road. Thank you, Kelsers. Now, if we could just find the address, people, even if you guys have to email me after I go off the air at aprildavispi@gmail.com. Yeah, I almost said the wrong address, because I do have a couple of other emails. Okay, truth. We try not to do any religion or politics here, but that's okay. Just so you know, I'm not going to delete it. Thank you for... It was mostly Dallas helicopters. Yeah, you guys sent the star. Thank you. Appreciate that. Those penny jewels, they do add up at the end of the month. They really do. And I don't know how much the hype button helps a video, but if you guys can use it and it doesn't cost you anything, it's free, please try to hype that premiere video. Heck, you could even hype this one when we're done if you want. I don't know how that works with the points. Yeah, no more religion, truth. So, has anybody... Do you know, who was it that said that somebody else, another YouTuber, one of the boots on the ground in Tucson, was getting ready to go on the air? Edward Curtis sent the star, and Connie sent the gold coin. They came up at the same time. Thank you, Connie. And thank you, Edward. Who was getting ready to go on the air? They said they might go on, I know, you guys said 857 Tucson. Damien. A lot was happening. I got it in here somewhere. You got it hyped. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm still looking at this picture. This ambulance, and it still has like curtains inside of it. And then the back window looks like it's got a tarp. I can't see the license plate because it's still got the red siren on or the red bubble light, like the bubble gum light. I don't know why the front of it is covered with a tarp, maybe so the heat doesn't break the window. I'm surprised. Like in LA, you'd get a ticket for that if something was just sitting in your driveway, you know, like an old broken down jalopy. Yeah, and the back wheel looks like it's caving in inward. Like they would probably have to get like a tow to put it like on a flatbed, but it would be hard to pull it backwards with the tires going like this on the one side. That's very odd. Oh, 857 is live now. Okay. If you're listening to that, Connie, and you can get us an address, please let me know. Jeff says, back in the 80s, I was a sky cap at the airport. I was helping a 100-year-old lady in a wheelchair. The earthquake hit. She jumped out of her chair, picked up both of her bags, and ran. Funny. Oh, boy. Speaking of wheelchairs, I heard a story today about Nancy Guthrie, and I don't know if it's true, but somebody's saying that they got a picture of a car in the background behind front porch guy, and it appears to have like a wheelchair rack or a wheelchair on the back. And remember, at that front door, right after those steps that go down from the porch, there was some sort of tire marks in the dirt, and everybody was like, what are those? But then that scene, it got compromised. And remember, Nanos is a politician. This case may be very political. Remember, before the Guthrie family, meaning Savannah, I'm not talking about Annie and Tommaso, but before Savannah even came to Tucson and talked to the police, remember, she had Mark Kelly at that police station first thing Monday morning with coffee and donuts. Like, what was that about? And then you hear all these rumors that, Nanos and Tommaso, that they go fishing together, they go boating together, they're good buddies. And now in one of my videos today, the premiere video, people were talking about that Wiccan angle, and they were like, yeah, Nanos and Nanos' wife and Annie, and they're all Wiccans. And, do I think that had something to do with this crime? And I was like, all I said in my chat was, I hope not. Because I'm as creeped out by that as I am by this, God, it's got to be at least 50, 60-year-old ambulance that's sitting in this driveway all broken down, dilapidated, at 4300 West Ray Circle. You guys can see that if you just type that into Google. Just go to Google Street View or Google Maps and you can see that house. But I don't know if that's the house where they have found the bodies. Let's say a prayer for whoever that is. Don't know if this is a natural situation. There's two, so I kind of doubt it when there's two. Were they unalived? Was it unaliving? Was it, like a domestic situation within a family? Is it older people, younger people? Just don't have any details right now. Wouldn't it draw attention to a vehicle with a wheelchair on the back? Yes, it would. But I read that in a report today. Now, of course, it could be some BS report that's totally fake, but somebody's like, oh, I can see a car in the background and it's got a rack on the back for a wheelchair. Like, boy, these guys were prepared because they brought the wheelchair to wheel her out. Like, I don't know. But there were tracks in the dirt. But everything got all messed up when the crime scene was released. So that's just another rabbit hole to go down in this case. Were those tracks that were in the dirt in front of the front porch, were they wheelchair tracks that somebody would actually have brought a wheelchair? Like, they wanted to, prepare, but yet they didn't take her meds? They brought a wheelchair, but they didn't take her meds. And she was bleeding when she left the house. Go figure. How do these stories even get started? Hopefully they're going to catch somebody soon, and eventually this is going to go to trial. And if we all live long enough, God, I hope I live long enough to find out how this all shakes down in the end. Oh, and I also heard today that on the Today Show, Savannah's co-host, they were all wearing yellow, and they announced that they're going to do that from now on Tuesdays to honor Nancy. And so Savannah, in the middle of the show, she went and did a wardrobe change and came out in a beautiful yellow dress. Yeah, it was very touching. I didn't see it. I'll have to look for some clips on the internet. Yep, Mimi, the mystery keeps going on and on for 157 long, excruciating days and nights. If I'm this worked up and emotional, if you heard the premiere, me and DeJuice, I sounded so emotional. I was like pulling my hair out, like, yeah, it was the middle of the night. Can you imagine how Savannah must feel? But yet she's got to keep it together on the Today Show, and she's got to keep it together, around her children. And I can't imagine what Annie Tommaso and their child must be going through if they are really completely innocent in all of this. Connie! First super chat. Oh my God, I had the premiere, which I won't make a dime off of that, by the way, except for a few views. I might make 90 cents. Then I went live and I almost lost my pants, so I had to delete that. And now you guys have sent me 12 jewels and a $5 super chat. So I feel a little better now. Lori Smith. Hey, Lori, did you see that premiere earlier today? Thank you, Lori. Everybody give Lori and Connie a thumbs up on the first and second super chat of the night. If you saw the premiere, Lori, or you go watch it later, I put a still up there because I don't show the video. I just play the audio of that most recent phone conversation with DeJuice. And there was a little tag across his screen that was from Lori Smith 7976. And she said something like, I would recognize that voice anywhere, April Davis PI, like, yay. And it's actually in the video. You'll see your name across the screen. Just thought I'd throw that out there to you, Lori, if you didn't see that. Yes, I did, but I saw it that night. Oh, okay. Oh, when you were watching DeJuice. Oh, okay, yeah. Did you see they put your comment across the screen? See, I couldn't see that while I was on live because I have to turn off the video, the volume, or there'll be reverb and, So I'm just talking to him blind into the phone, and then I didn't get to actually see it until like the next morning. Or, well, it wasn't the next morning because it was already the middle of the night, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I just thought, oh, that'll be cool. Lori can see that. Connie sent a flower. We're up to 27 jewels. Thank you so much, Connie. Yes, I wondered why my comment was here. It was just, that's what was on the screen because I had to take a still, like a screenshot, or as Harvey Levin would say, a screen grab, and, put it in the video and then play the audio. But I don't want to get a copyright for the video. And now DeJuice, every time I do this, I ask him, can I put the audio up? Or can I put a link up? Or can I do this or that? And he's like, April, yes. And, you don't have to ask me every time. But I'm like, no, I don't want to put the video up because I don't want to get like a copyright strike. Like I still might take the videos down of the fight that Alex had with the cops because I don't want to someone to say, hey, that was reused content, and then can you guys see me or hear me? Type in the chat. YouTube. Uh-oh. Looks like YouTube just... Let me come right back on. Yes, you can see me. Arlene, you can see me? How many of you can see me? Type it in the chat. I just got the spinning dreaded blue circle on the, or the white circle on the screen that said reconnecting. Am I still here, everybody? There was no evidence that I lost you guys, and it just said connecting. So Rolla can see me, thank you. Carol Leeper, welcome back. Connie can see me. Arlene Wiley, welcome in. Jane Rice said, night all. Maybe she thought I went off the air. Or was she planning to leave anyhow? It says there's 55 people in the house. Can anybody other than Rolla, Carol, Connie, and Arlene see and hear me? Please let me know. Let me go to, I'm going to turn up my volume for just a moment. Okay, I can see it. You know, this has been a weird day. I was up all night doing stuff. Then I woke up with this blemish on my face. Yeah, at my age. I'm a grandmother's age, even though I'm not a grandma. And I woke up with a blemish. Then I had to do my final edit to get my premiere up, so I didn't get anything done. Like, I didn't get to the mailbox. I didn't even walk outside today to go to the trasher. Then I had my big 10-minute disaster that occurred a few minutes ago. Like, what the heck? And now I finally got you guys here, and like, I see the spinning blue circle, and I'm like, oh no. Did the internet cut out? Did YouTube cut out? I hear that there are fires today in Southern California. You got to wonder if, a server went down. Thank you, Donna McGee. Hey, Real McCoy. Pickled bird. Yes, can hear you. Thank you. Lori says it just buffered for a minute. Oh, I was like, that happened last night when I was talking to, was it last night? Sunday night, Monday morning? Yeah. Yeah, early on the 6th, yesterday. I was talking to the Juice, and his internet, cut the phone call. And I just waited, and he called me right back. So, things that are out of our control do happen sometimes on these lives. And I can't control all the YouTube glitches. At least they got my video back up, the one that had the 20,000 views in the live a couple Sundays ago. They lost it for 10 days, and I lost all my, my algorithm on that. Connie! Buffered for a couple of seconds. Thank God. It's like, I can't go on a fourth time today. If this happens, it's just not meant to be to go on YouTube today. But if you guys didn't catch that video earlier, go catch it. It's about 40 minutes, so it might be a good listen to put yourself to sleep. It's actually really good. If you guys aren't familiar with the Juice, go listen to that, and make sure you give him a follow. Go into one of his chats when you can and say, hey, I was brought over to your channel by April Davis PI. Because, he's got like 21,000 subs. I got like 3,500. In fact, I think today my channel actually went down a couple of notches. It's just sometimes that happens. And I'm like, 3618, that's where I'm at right now. That's a new high for me. We'll see if I'm still there by the end of the video or the end of the night. When you get that many, and it's not a lot, but for me it's a lot, there's going to be people that are going to come and go. But as long as it's, steadily rising, then we're good. Because remember, we're going to have a 4,000 subscriber party on here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not on StreamYard, so it's not like I can do giveaways or, promise to send things to people, because somebody would say, oh, I didn't get it, and then they would report me and take down my channel. So it's not going to be anything like that, but we'll have to come up with an idea what we're going to do for the 4,000 show. Oh my God, Connie, again? Oh my God, Connie! Oh my gosh. Let me get to my main screen again, because I just checked my totals. Congratulations, Pickled Bird. Faye Loves Nature, Hawkeyes, Paula Lulu, Knuckles, and TT. You just were gifted a channel membership from Connie LA66. Oh my gosh, my friend, you have done so much the last few days for this channel. I can't thank you enough. Amber 12, or no, I've got a smudge on my phone right here. Oh, it's covering the 3. Amber 123, Chico, says hello. Yeah, sorry I botched that. I couldn't see that. Yeah, everybody thank Connie and give her a thumbs up on her super chat. Lori Smith sent the sparkles. I almost missed it because I turned to look at the screen. Oh, yes. And for you new members, you have 11 custom emojis that you can access. If anybody who is a member wants to throw up those emojis, go ahead. And and somebody told me that if you already are a member and you click, you don't have to give any money, but if you click the super chat button, you can go to the membership tab and you can pop a little, see that square that says Connie LA sent 5 April Davis PI gift memberships. A little screen like that will come up. And it'll, I think you can use those once a month or something on YouTube if you are a member, even if you are a gifted member, which means it's free. And it just, pop up like, hey, I'm a member or whatever, and say hello to the chat. Oh, thank you, Connie, for putting up the custom emojis. Lori Smith putting up the palm trees. Yeah, I was trying to make a new one last night because I thought I had enough members for one more, but they said I needed like 4 more. So maybe I can put one up by tomorrow. You can see and hear me, Jewel. Thank gosh. Yeah, the screen buffered for a second. And that's only happened once before. And when that happened once before, I totally lost my audience. And all of a sudden I noticed I was talking to the air. I still haven't had a chance to relax today. I mean, this has become like a full-time job. And I am going to have a lot of medical appointments in August that I'm going to have to handle. So there are going to be some days just because I'm having tests and follow-up appointments and everything from oncology to the kidney doctor who did my surgery, and got to get some x-rays and some scans, and just like it never ends. And by the time that's all wrapped, if I pass all that, then it'll be right back at cardiology that I was just at last month to talk about the medication change. And then by that time, it'll be the holidays. Today I started getting my first Halloween ads. Yeah, around here it's like July 5th. The season just changes, even though we haven't even had our summer yet. Our summer is August, September, October, but the Halloween ads are out. I expect to be seeing the holiday drinks in the Starbucks by next month. Connie says she has her PET scan coming up. Well, I wish you luck, Connie, because those are no fun. They're painless, but they're just kind of, for me, anxiety inducing. And then they have to give you that warm and fuzzy injection through an IV before you start it. And it just makes you all kind of warm and, ugh. And then you're stuck in that tube with your head sticking out. It's just like, yuck. I mean, it's a walk in the park compared to some of the surgeries I've had, but it's just, it's anxiety inducing, I know. So I hope you do well with that, Connie. It's totally normal. I never had anxiety before in my life until all this happened to me. Kelsers, you didn't need to do that. She says, I finally had some time to look at your Amazon wish list. Thank you. You should be getting something on Thursday. Thank you. Yeah, it'll come to my business box. And I go there about once a week. Or sometimes I'll go there more often if I know like something's coming. I'm so excited. What is it? No, don't tell me. They might send me a notice by email and they might not, because that's been happening lately too. Where I get some of the notices, but not all the notices. And then surprises show up. That's very nice of you, Kelsers. Not necessary, but for anybody who wants to, I'm never going to ask you guys for money, but if you ever want to donate in any way, that's one of the many ways you can do it. Just go to the main channel page and you can see my channel description and all my links. And once again, if you guys aren't with Whatnot, I'm not trying to push Whatnot, But if you're not already signed up, they now have a $25 spending credit. It used to be 15, it's 25 bucks. And they'll just slide that right into your wallet for free to buy things on their site if you use my referral code and if you're not already subscribed to Whatnot. And that's where I have the channel stickers. Because I didn't want to just offer them like here and say, hey, everybody send me, $4 or $5 and I'll send you a sticker. Because somebody might say, I didn't get my sticker. There's another channel I've been watching, and I'm not going to mention his name anymore, but if you're listening, Todd, I still didn't get my gift from May 10th. Yeah. What the F, dude? What is going on? And he's been called out on it many times. And he goes, oh, I'll send another one. It's only a stamp. That guy, he's already lost his rights on Whatnot. Yeah, I'm not going to mention his channel name here. I'm not going to report him to YouTube. But he was very successful on Whatnot, and within a matter of months, he was kicked off the air. And I thought, probably his shipping woes. Apparently, the same BS is going on YouTube. So, that will get you banned permanently. If you're doing a YouTube show and you're giving away free prizes and then you don't put them in the mail. Because, 60 days should have been here by now. And it couldn't be lost in the mail twice. So anybody here who watches that, just be careful. I wouldn't tell you to go unsubscribe. I've always supported the smaller YouTubers. I throw them super chats. I've become a channel member. I've done everything I can. I've more than paid for my prize probably 5 times over with my donations, and I never got it. So somebody owes me a gold back. Just saying. Yeah, we don't get anti-Semitic here. Chris said he must have been Jewish. You know what? Actually, I think Todd is Jewish, but we will not do any anti-Semitic remarks. We're not going to go there. In fact, I'm just going to have to give you a 24-hour timeout. Just 24 hours, you can come back tomorrow. Just a timeout. I'm not blocking you. I'm just timing you out. What happened to you? Okay, I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah, there's no politics, no religion, and definitely no racism or anti-Semitism in this channel at all. Yeah. I wonder if that was someone from his channel. Now he'll go over and say, you know what, she was talking about you today, and I got timed out. Go ahead. But you know what? If he's already lost his Whatnot, and he's pulling the same crap on YouTube, it's only a matter of time. That's why I'm trying to make a point here. It's not about Todd. The point is, that's why I'm very careful about how I'm doing my stickers. Sherry, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the jewels. I'm up to 33 cents in jewels today. Thank you so much. I just want to be very, very careful how I do the stickers. And I can't have a store where I'd have to pay like a monthly subscription and bank fees. I just can't do that. In a spring shop, they wouldn't be able to give you my stickers. So that's why I have them on eBay, and that's why I have them on Whatnot. Because, there's some older people who are like, I don't know what Whatnot is, and even though they're going to give me the free money to buy those things for free, minus, the $1 postage or whatever it'll be, some people don't, they're just at that age where they're like, well, I'd rather stick with eBay. Or I'd rather just, deal with you directly. And there is going to be no dealing directly on the stickers, because if one person doesn't get them because the post office makes a mistake, or a stamp falls off, or something gets stuck in a mail scanning machine somewhere, it would be big trouble for me. Connie sent the high five. My God, you're sending the super chats, the high fives, and the free memberships. I didn't need to know that, Pack. Time out. I haven't had my shower yet either today. But I haven't been outside, so, you know, I'm still clean from last night's shower. But I do have yesterday's shirt on, but it's clean. It's going in the wash tomorrow. So if I don't come on tomorrow, that's because I'm doing a crap ton of laundry in the heat, walking all the way back and forth to the back, the front, the back, the front. I still, you know, I need to order a cart. You guys suggested that. Get a cart that's got wheels so I can wheel the laundry to the back of the building. And if it's backed up with other people using it, you know, it could take hours. So that's on the schedule for tomorrow, on the to-do list. Wow, you guys are just coming through with the jewels. It's up to 83 cents now. But I'm telling you, like when people do that like every day by the end of the month, that adds up. Hey, what's going on? Kitty, get off the bunny's hide, please. Kelsa? Kelsa, sit down. My bunny, her hide is caving in because the cat has decided that that's her new cat bed. Like, why are you sitting on an old cardboard box? And it's so loud. Connie says she has a hamper with wheels and a handle. That's a very good idea. Although I don't know where I would have the space for a hamper. Somebody told me that there's these folding carts and you can fold them up and stick them under the bed. That's something I need too. I need a new bed, a new sofa, and a new tie bed. I keep saying that. And I know, knock on wood, I know that my very old refrigerator is probably on its last leg, and they cost like $3 grand now. So I'm just like praying, like, oh my God. Because it didn't come with the building. I would have to buy my own. Amazon has those. Yeah, I'm going to have to check those out. Because I want to do like, you know, the rugs. Because the cat box is in that bathroom too, so I like to clean the rug and, you know, clean my towels and my clothes. So I might actually have like, you know, 2 loads to go in. My bunny is so funny. Spoiler alert, the gift is something for my bunny. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't wait. She is the best. I love her. She's a weirdo. She's not like my other bunnies, but I love her to the moon and back. She's just the love of my life. She is my reason that I still fight to stay alive for these little fur babies. I'm used to having boy cats and boy bunnies, and let me tell you, a girl bunny and a girl cat, they're tough. They keep me on my toes. But thank you, Kelsers. Oh, I can't wait to see what it is. Like I said, Amazon may or may not send me an email notice. They're supposed to, but lately they haven't been like getting those things correct. But that's, you know, not necessary, but thank you. It all helps. All the channel donations have helped me keep going. And now I'm on my new, you know, Rode Wi-Fi mics, thanks to our friend, Sassy Granny, who I haven't seen her today. I didn't see her in the premiere. I didn't see her on the video that I had to delete. And I didn't see her on this one yet. But she's 3 hours ahead, so it's probably pretty late where she's at. But I know you guys have lives. You can't sit and watch me every day. But I'm just trying to find out where the heck this house is that's in the 4300 block of West Ray Circle in Tucson. Looks like a middle-class neighborhood. It looks very dusty and just yucky because there's, see, for me, not to see grass and not to see shrubs and flowers, it's just depressing. It's just so yucky. It's like an industrial park, you know, that there's no greenery, there's no grass. It's just, and this house has this big sand pile that's got a hole in it, a divot, and some of the bricks that are along the red cobblestone walkway are all broken. Like somebody could trip on that and twist their ankle. Even there's a little brick border around the house. Some of those bricks are all jacked up. And then this tree that's in the other side of the front lawn looks like it's dead. Because the neighbors have, I see some greenery at some of the neighbors' houses. This tree looks like it's dead and it's leaning. And this ambulance, it looks like the back wheel is inward, going to fall off. And the front of the car is up on jacks. Like, what's the point of that? Looks like nobody's touched it in years. It's just kind of creepy. I don't know who discovered the bodies, Connie, and that's something I'd like to know. Like, I don't have any of the information, just that it's a man and a woman. Hey! Everybody calm down. Kelsa, do you want to go on a timeout? Come here. I don't want to have to get up. The bunny is very annoyed right now. Yeah, if anybody gets that address, even when I go off the air, if somebody hears something like from 857 Tucson or any of the other YouTubers who may have gone live with this, feel free to go over there and, get back to me and let me know. Because I would like to look up the address to see who it is. We just know that it's the 4300 block of West Ray Circle in Tucson, and they didn't say anything about the Tucson PD. They talked about the Pima County Sheriffs. They look like they got a nice new roof with the solar panels. And there's a very tall AC in the back of the house on the roof. But the front of the house, oh, it just looks so beat up. Oh, and then like the front of the house looks like part of it's boarded up. That's weird. There's a white panel, but that's not the garage. Like part of the front of the house is missing. That's a red flag to me, seeing a house like that. Connie says, I can't find anybody reporting about this. Hey, remote viewer. Welcome in. Yeah, I wish I had more. And this, this photo that I'm looking at with the ambulance, the creepy ambulance from, gotta be 50s or 60s. Oh, it's so creepy. It's white with a big orange stripe around it. It's so creepy looking. This picture, according to Google, is February 2025. And it gives me the option to go to more dates. But there's nothing more current. The last one, let me go to January 2022. Oh, the same ambulance is there. The same ambulance is there, January 2022. And there's an old, dilapidated basketball hoop over the garage, some Christmas items, and the dead tree that is smaller with some tacky Christmas balls and a truck. There's also, it looks like a SUV is associated with this, but I just don't know that that's the address. This neighborhood, like the house across the street, all the Christmas decorations have blown over in the wind. It's just kind of creepy looking. So that's January. That's after Christmas. And them and the neighbors still have the decorations up. I'd hate to see, if the outside of the house looks that bad, I'd hate to see the inside. And that ambulance, if it was fixed up, and the wheels weren't falling off, that might actually be worth some money to those people. And then they could sell it, and they could fix their landscaping or the front of their house. As a PI, when I walk up to doors of people like that, it's always like, oh boy, it's like a cop, walking up and hitting the door. You never know if it's going to be the last time you're going to come home to your family, because you don't know if somebody's going to be shooting at you from behind that black security screen. And I always, kind of stand to the side and say, come out so I can see your face. But because I'm not a cop, I can't, be armed in LA County. So it's always a little anxiety inducing having to walk up that sidewalk and hit one of those security screens really hard, because they usually don't have a working doorbell. And then I stand off to the side like, hey man, come out so I can see your face. The sand with the hole in it is very sus. Yeah, are you looking at this picture? It looks like a sand pile with a big divot. At first I thought maybe it was like a tree that had been pulled up, but no, there's literally a sand pile. It looks like an old barrel, like a planter, but there's nothing in it. The tree on the other side of the yard is dead and leaning, probably from the wind. Yeah, just other than the solar panels on the roof, this house looks super dilapidated. Yeah, I can't see the other side unless I get Google to take me around the block. I want an address, because as a PI, I can go into the databases and I'll know exactly who at least the residents of that house is. It's very creepy. Even if this isn't the house, it is creepy. Yes. Ambulance work for the body choppers? Oh God, don't say that. Oh. Sounds like a place they would take Nancy. My mind is going to weird things because I'm just feeling a weird vibe when I look at this house. If you guys have another device and you can still, see me like on the phone, and then you can look in a computer or an iPad or a laptop, just bring up that block, 4300 West Race Circle. It's creepy. I think it's the ambulance that's getting me. Quite a few people in the neighborhood appear to have boats or campers or vans. But yeah, it's just kind of creepy. No, Jason. But you're going to send me a donation, feel free. The channel address, the business address is in the channel description. And by the end of the night, it'll be in the video description. So yeah, you can make a donation, but you can't hire me. That's not what this is about. Wow, this has really got me wondering, though. And like I said, there's thousands of people that live in Tucson. It's not a big city, but it's not exactly a small town either. That's what one of my viewers told me, who lived in Nancy's neighborhood and who her husband had worked with Savannah. She said it's not LA big, but it's not as small as you think. Even though all these characters in this soap opera or three-ring circus seem to be related to let me rephrase that. They seem to be related through the 6 degrees of separation. Now, how does this house or this block and the two sadly deceased people, how do they fit into this circus? It could just be completely unrelated. But it's kind of weird because the sheriff just kind of warned people, like, this person could strike again. I don't know. I'd love to be able to solve the Nancy Guthrie case tonight, but maybe it's unrelated. Oh, gosh. Well, Graybeard, I'm going to have to block you permanently for that. The night crowd's starting to come in, everybody. Won't be able to be on here for much longer because the night crowd's coming in. Oh, my gosh. This thing keeps flashing at me saying that my goal has ended. I don't need a goal right now. I just have to get it to stop flashing. So I just set it for 15 minutes so it won't keep flashing at me. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about what's going on. I mean, like I said, this happens all the time, you know. But there's two people. So it's not just like, I doubt it's natural deaths. I mean, it could be. I've had cases like that where there were two people and they were natural. Like the Gene Hackman case and Nancy, his wife, like that was, those were two natural deaths that just happened to be in the same house the same week. Very tragic. Even one of the dogs was gone. Ugh, just horrible. I still can't get that case out of my mind. So let's pray for these people, whoever they are. A lot of solar on that home, yeah, but you know, their power bill is probably extraordinary in the summertime. I could just see the heat just like going right through that roof. And if you're looking at that house, remote viewer, what's the white thing that's to the right of the front door where there's no brick, there's no window? It's not the garage, because the double garage is in front of the ambulance near the camper that's parked off to the side, the little mini camper. There's windows on both sides of the front door. What's that little white thing? The AC bill, ouch. Yeah, and I'm in a little teeny apartment, and mine is ouch. So I can't imagine a house in the middle of the desert. Like all the money you'd save to live in one of those cheaper places like Las Vegas or Tucson or Phoenix, I think you'd lose all your savings in the summertime by paying those power bills. Sounds like those so-called solar panels trying to block signals or something. Yeah, and that AC unit in the back, is that what that is? Because why is it so tall? What's that on the back? It's in the shape of a chimney, but it doesn't look like. Is that a chimney that's got some sort of vents? What is that in the back of the house? On the other side of the roof, on the other side of the solar panels. What is that? Oh, hey, Mr. Mikey. It's too hot in those states, absolutely. Remote says it's a recessed window or another garage door. In the bedrooms? Or in the living room? Like, that's weird. Like, the brick just stops. And it looks like behind the front door on that side of the house, there's some stucco. And so the brick is just for, you know, I guess, insulation. That's why in the South, if you live in the South, all the brick houses are, or the houses are brick, because the storms that we would get, like the tornadoes, they're like Texas-style ranch homes. But here, maybe they're brick because of the heat. Like, let me get my picture back. It is odd. I just don't know. And then there looks like there's some kind of piping, like where the water hose is. I see a hose now. That's in front of that white panel that's on the front of the house. Like, did somebody drive a car through their living room? That's just weird. What does that even mean? I mean, I could see if there was like an extension on the house at one time. That's just weird. And you said that is an AC unit. That's what I thought it was on the roof. God, I sure would like to know if this is the house where this news story is happening. Brick houses so the wolf can't blow them down. Movie prop ambulance. It would be a nice prop if the wheels weren't falling off. April, you found the address. Kelsers? What's the address, Kelsers? 4361 Okay, everybody. Let me go to that house, at least look at the picture. I don't think I can do the research when I'm on the air. Oh, and the house has got a big blur in front of it. Why is part of that picture blurred out? There is a blur. Now I don't know which is 3361. Okay, it's a cul-de-sac, it looks like. No, there's a turn. Let me try to see the addresses. There's a big blur on my side. So what house are you seeing, Kelsers? They could be wrong, but that's an exact address. It does look like a swamp cooler, doesn't it? Because we have some of those in the older houses in the San Fernando Valley out here in LA. Let me look at it a different way, like maybe there's a real estate listing or something, because that Google page is really sus for that address. Everybody, let's look this up together. Okay, there is a Zillow listing. Let me move this camera over. Currently not for sale. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, worth $350,000. God, $350,000 for that little place. Oh, I just lost it. A pop-up. I hate pop-ups. Okay, and the real estate listing, which is really crappy, it's not listed, but there's a car in the driveway and there's a flag, but that picture's all blurry. Let me go to realtor.com. The same picture that's on Google is on realtor.com. Hold on, everybody. I'm right here. Okay, it is the house with the flagpole, and there's a truck and a car in the driveway parked in reverse in front of a garage. But the tree is all blurred out. Why would somebody blur the tree? I can see if they wanted to blur their license plates or their vehicles or their addresses, but there's a big blur on this photo. So that's down the street from 4300, from the creepy ambulance house. Truck and car in the driveway. What do you mean I'm on a delay? Remote viewer, CIA safe house. Let me see if I can find another listing. It says it's not listed. I'll have to, after I go off the air, I'll look to see who the residents of this house may be. Yeah, the other real estate pictures are all blurry, but there is an American flag on the flagpole in the front lawn. They actually do have some shrubbery, some greenery at that house. Single story. This house closed 8/29/2001. Sold for $112,500. If I could get something in LA for that price, that would be pocket change. Even on disability, that would be pocket change. $112,500. That's grocery money. $112,500. Heck, with that type of mortgage, I'd be a millionaire from the money I made as a PI. Nice big house, huge backyard. Let me see, with pool and basketball area. Open floor plan. Floor plan, not pan. Combo fans. Yeah, I guess you would need fans. Get pre-approved. Closed 8/29/2001 for $112,500. Antenna being hid. Stop it. Well, I wonder who's dead there and why. Does anybody know, now that we have an address, and this is not official, but does anybody have any information on who may be living at 4361 West Ray? Has anybody done a white pages search on this, like a reverse? Because that's public information. Oh, Okay, hold on. Okay, according to this is per Google, and it's an AI overview from Google. It says Richard Martin Hozjan, H-O-Z-G or Hozjan, and Diane C. Hozjan, maybe a husband and a wife. I don't know if they live in it. My God, it could even be a rental. But it does, here's another, it says homes.com, Richard Martin Hozjan and Diane C. Well, I'm sorry if you are no longer with us, Richard Hozjan. What was the wife's name? Diane? Is she the wife? Who are the Hozjans? Of course, like I said, they could have easily rented the house. According to this, Richard Martin Hozjan, age 64. Don't know if they are the ones in the house, though. I don't know who they are. Wow. 3 houses in a row blurred out. Safe houses. Question mark. Here's another one that says Richard Hozjan and Diane Hozjan, age 70, born November 1955, possible spouse Diane Carol Hozjan. Now then it says age 71. Then there's a Gail Hozjan, age 43, born October 1982. But like I said, they could have sold this house recently, although it doesn't look like it, or they could be renting it. And I'm not going to do any paid searches because I'm not investigating this case. Oh, wow, they have some prior addresses in Illinois. That's where my entire family is from, except for myself. Hey, who sent the flow state? Country Roads with Michelle. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, they've got some prior addresses here throughout Illinois. They probably got tired of those, Chicago winters. Westchester, Illinois, Stickney, Illinois, Romeoville, Illinois. I never heard of those. Naperville, I've heard of that. So they're, wow. Gail Hozjan, Melissa Weber, Richard Hozjan, Teresa Supp, Terry O. Hozjan. These are listed as possible relatives, but I don't know if they lived in the house or live in the house now. Where did you get this information, Kelsers, that this was the address? Are you still here, Kelsers? That's an exact address. Oh, my channel count just went up. Where did it go? It just went to 3620. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. For those 2 who just subscribed. Very alarming. They connected to the state where the body choppers? What? Let's not talk about things like that. It's a white house. Let me close that. Oh, here's a better picture of it now. Okay. In this other picture I just brought up, the blur is next door. I don't know what that's about. And the grass is dead, and it's got the same type of tree as the ambulance house, where it's just a bunch of branches, but they're all dead. It's got the exact same tree or bush. 4361, a YouTuber said that was the house, and I pulled it up. It wasn't blurry. Okay. Oh, thank you, Connie, for the Sunday. I missed it. I'm so sorry, Connie. And Paula Lulu just sent the flower. I missed that too because I was looking at the computer. Light bluish gray house and brick. Yeah, it looks like blue stucco with white trim, and then it has a brick front on the lower half. Looks pretty old. Boy, look at that yard. Beautiful saguaro cactus in the front. And there's actually a tree, a large tree. It's not something you see often. Might be a pine. But it's got that dead bush just like the ambulance house at the end of the block. Boy, that's just, it's on right at the corner too. And then there's a bunch of garbage and stuff at the end of the driveway. This just, I'd be depressed to live in this neighborhood, let me tell you. Light bluish gray house and brick. Some trees are actually cell towers. I know, but not that one. I will email you a picture. Thank you, Kelsers. Yeah, I can see it now on a different screen. Let me get a zoom shot. It's got like some blue shutters. Looks like the paint is fading. See the AC or the swamp cooler on the roof. Yeah, that's just like the house. I bet these houses are so old that those are old swamp coolers that are still up there. Can you imagine? Did they actually build this neighborhood without central ACs? Because those do look like swamp coolers on some of these roofs. And they don't work at all in the heat. I mean, you would die without a central system. Looks like there's an empty hummingbird feeder out front. All the blinds are shut. It looks creepy too. Except for the flag. It looks creepy. Paula Lulu says, thank you for the gifted membership. You can thank Connie for that, Paula. I don't know if Connie is still here. Yeah, and then YouTube will send you a notification, a month later and ask if you would like to have a paid subscription, and that's totally up to you. Yeah, their garbage cans are sitting outside. It must have been garbage day. And the front yard is just, it's just weeds. Oh my God. And that tree that's just, it's just like the creepy ambulance house. It's got the tree with the dead branches. Can you imagine the amount of scorpions in something like that? Oh my gosh. Connie's here. That is a cactus. You mean on my background? Or what we're looking at on the internet right now on Google, 4361 West Ray Circle. Yeah, where did you hear that address, Kelsers? Because we got 2 people dead on that block. And they only said a man and a woman. Potassium, I have to take you out. Time out. See ya. Come back and troll us tomorrow. Hey, you guys. Kitty, calm down. I think she's wanting for some playtime. Just when I start to get exhausted, they get all riled up. Yeah, that's just depressing. And if they still live there, it's only 112 grand. Like, dang. That looks like a 3-bedroom house. I'd spend all my savings on getting a yard, getting some landscaping out there. How depressing to be living out in the desert in one of those. Ugh. It looks dirty. Any place I've ever lived always is cleaner the day I left it than the day I arrived, because I clean it up. Gotta hydrate here. Well, if anybody hears anything later this evening, you can always email me at aprildavispi@gmail.com. And let me try to take this down. This thing keeps flashing at me. Drives me crazy. It's very distracting. Well, I wonder if it's the Hodgejans. Hopefully they didn't die of a heat stroke if that's only a swamp cooler on their house. Jeez. Especially if they're like in their 60s or their 70s. How sad. You know, just because there's deceased people in a house does not necessarily mean that it's a crime. Because I've had a few cases where that has happened actually, and there's been more than one, and it wasn't a crime. Doesn't happen every day where you get 2 for the price of 1. And whenever I get 3 or 4 for the price of 1, those are always homicides, every single time. Hopefully, you know, they will release some information, but if it is a homicide case, they may not say a word about this. I hope that the local news there, like the newspapers or the news stations, as slanted as they appear to have been lately, hopefully they'll do a report. Maybe some of you guys that are in Arizona or specifically in Tucson will hear something. If you do, okay, are those the names of the deceased? The names I just read as being the occupants, possibly? Richard Martin Hosjan and Diane Hosjan? Are they saying that? Because that's the names I'm getting as the most recent owners. Although I haven't done a title search. That's just coming up on the free sites on the internet saying that it's the Hosjan house. Are you saying that that's their house, or are you saying, Kelsers, that they have been identified as the victims? I really shouldn't even call them victims because they may just be decedents. Sorry if you already have some of this information. I'm switching back and forth. No problem. But do we know that those are the actual deceased people? Or do we just think that they may have lived in the house? I watched a police show where they claimed to have a whistleblower to smoke out the suspect. Oh, you mean kind of like the Ramsey case, when the police chief and the district attorney said, "We know who you are. The umbrella of suspicion is shrinking." And days later, they found Michael Landon Helgoth deceased. Go see my John Benet Ramsey, Linda Hoffman Pugh video. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, and a right-handed fellow was shot on the left side with the gun in his right hand, even though part of his body was missing. Go figure. Well, whoever these people are, let's just pray. So, Kelsers, are these the people that are you just finding some of the same names that I'm finding as far as possible occupants? Or are you saying these names because they've just been like reported in the news as being possible victims? Richard also answers to Richard M., Richard Martin, Richard M., and Richard M. Okay. Yeah, but are they the actual decedents? Are they just possible residents or former residents or homeowners? Do we know who the man and the woman is? And thank you for doing the research, Kelsers. Boy, I would be depressed as heck to live in a place like that, even if the rent was free. Because look at the house across the street that's right on the corner. And it's got the trees and it's got flowers. It kind of reminds me of Nancy's yard. There's all these blooming desert flowers, and there's the cacti, and they've got little solar lamps. They've got like gravel. There's nothing dead in the front yard. They've got little decor on the front door. Like, see, that's like the house across the street from it is a cute little house. It's got little shrubs along the sidewalk. It's got a lot of greenery, even though it's a desert landscape. It's got greenery. It's got some shade, and the house isn't all dirty and dilapidated looking. There's not, garbage cans sitting in the street or trash at the end of the driveway. The house, it's got a little nice box where probably the lawn hose is like coiled up, like a hose container, but it's in a little decorative box, and they got their address up near the front door and their doorbell, and they got some exterior lighting on the house. There's a turtle dove sitting on the roof even. See, that looks really nice, the house across the street. But then you look at this house, the Hosjans, it's kind of creepy looking. Not as creepy as the house at 4300 with the ambulance, but it's kind of sad looking. I would be depressed if I lived there. That's the house the police were walking in and out of. Okay. Well, God rest their souls if it is the Hosjans, whoever it is. Whoever it is. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I guess this is probably not connected as my guess to Nancy Guthrie. But you know what? With nothing else coming on the news, it was worth reporting to you guys. And, this is my second attempt today to do so. But I do have to save my voice and hydrate and relax. And I've lost this whole day just with YouTube and didn't get anything else accomplished today. So tomorrow I gotta actually make the bed and put on clean clothes and take a shower tonight and do some laundry tomorrow and just relax a little bit, rest my back. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you to those that sent the super chats that came in tonight. I've got $2.48 in jewels, so that definitely helps. And Connie, thank you once again if you're still here. You don't need to be sending all these free memberships, but I really appreciate it. You guys, if you hear anything and you want to email me at aprildavispi@gmail.com, please do so. I just wish I knew what was going on in that house tonight. I guess I'm just too empathetic, And I see stuff like this all the time when I was, doing my job full time, but still, it's Tucson and it's not too far from Nancy's and probably a few miles to the west. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming.